The tense atmosphere of violence and disorder in Mexico continues as the country prepares for regional elections this Sunday. 9 electoral candidates have already been murdered. 12 other workers with campaigns have also been killed. At least 4 states in southern Mexico have been embroiled in unrest. Protesters are calling for a boycott of the elections due to corruption and insecurity. Activists claim that some towns are being occupied by federal police. Our correspondent Clayton Kahn now is in southern Mexico. He files this report.
Here on the highway that goes to Oaxaca City, Maximina Ramirez tries to maintain a living. When asked about this Sunday's national elections, the indigenous Mixteca woman says the political class only provides empty promises.
The political party, whether it is one or the other, bring us the stars. Like a teenager when one promises the stars to a 15-year-old girl. And what happens? They are put aside and one is forgotten.
Ramirez fears that the direction and trend of current public policies will not favor her or the rest of the 25% of those living far below the poverty line in the state of Oaxaca.
It will be like before. My parents used to tell me that he who had money would be able to study, and those who didn't, wouldn't. I think the same is happening now. It is coming back.
Yet these public policies are not passed quietly. Members of the 75,000-strong Section 22 of the National Teachers Union have called a strike, organizing blockades, sit-ins, and toll booth takeovers as part of a strategy to boycott the elections and denounce the country's recent wave of structural neoliberal reforms.
The 11 reforms that have been passed are not the reality that the government is conveying of great advances. In fact, it is the opposite, bringing us great poverty and marginalization in our communities, along with the shortages in basic services.
The militant Oaxacan teachers also shut down the state's international airport, flexing their muscle against what they say are authoritarian and violent strategies employed by the authorities to quiet protest.
Others can now come and evict you from your home, and you can't say anything. And if you say something, here comes the police to beat you. And if you say something, here is the gun that kills. And if you say something, here is the person that will disappear you. This is the reality of our country.
Although the climate has been relatively calm and peaceful since the teachers and their supporters began their strike on Monday, they say they expect sharper and more violent responses to their actions as Election Day approaches. Clayton Kahn, Telesur, Oaxaca City.